twice, rewind and play the start back. This is song 25 in the Walkman, and it's the hot track. Play it for days, it's riddled with hidden messages and tips on combat. Woo! This song all fact, enemies on the radar, engage on contact. Kick off hard jabs, wrist lock, arm drags, mix ups, 1-2, you're done from the small hands, it's all laughs. Get lost with y'all's trash. Linkin Park, Eminem, hip-hop, guitar jams. Goatee with a ball cap and a skull tat. It's Joey Z 3.33, you cannot rap. Flicks white for wine and pop start back. This is song 25 on the Walkman, and it's the hot track. Play it for days, it's riddled with hidden messages and tips on combat. Gotta thank my supporters for every time I ate. Keep feeding me, I might release another rhyme someday. Maybe. Cause it was written in the blanks on the manga page. I'm not afraid, I've grown so much stronger since the monsters came. Now I top the ranks and finish business with a statement like I'm Sasha Banks. Always get the last word, I got a lot to say. This area is restricted for public access. You were never meant to see this. Who granted permissions? What's your name? What are your corresponding digits? How did you find this place? Barely the sight of an angel, a divine threat from space. A reminder that we're not dead today. We're still alive, we're still safe. We're still alive, we're still safe. We're still alive, we're still safe. Section 8, danger, section 8. Alarms sound off and helicopters take to the skies of rushing. All the lights turn toward one day you can't quite see it. You know you must run, but you tell yourself and bust it. Section 10, danger, red flight reaches to the sky. Burning through clouds of bright towering pillars to shield your eyes. The angel tries, this is still a test. Broadcast to no one nationwide. All that for nothing. Souls that scatter of fearless, horrified children disguised as actors internationally. But this is real life, this is still a test. The red light dissipates. Decided just to see an eye, the eye blinks, the eye never looks at you, but you feel like you can see your fingers twitching nervously. You reach for your left pocket, but you have no idea why. You slowly slide your hand down your side, maybe 5 inches, but it felt like the longest time. Your pocket is empty. You panic and jerk your hand free. This is only a test. The figure turns, a symbol burns along its spine. You don't recognize the language, but you feel like you understand what the signals signify. Hypnotized, you stare straight through everything, directing nothing and contemplate your wicked life. What you didn't get right, what you didn't right. 360 times you cycle through hidden divides. A voice has been yelling at you for an indeterminable amount of time. You turn and see a large hand, your eyes trail up fingertips across the palm. Scale the wrist, climb the arm and lead you to another eye. But it's different this time. We still want you to get inside. You wanna call it a robot, but it feels dishonest. Get flashing bang behind you, point that hand at your face and stare into the eyes. You see when it's really patient or a certain time. You step for the first time in 3 minutes towards the outstretched hand. You accept the gesture and begin to rise. You're standing at a time behind the point that told you to get inside. You ask for her name, but she doesn't respond.
You were in the right place all along. This is only a test. Placed along a carefully chosen path. Now you're in and there's no going back.
Strap in, everybody. My name is Faber. I'm the queen of the Fabers. We're back with the titanium court demo. I'm gonna see where this thing goes. It's going somewhere. It's moving. Hello, Skilled Digital. We've twitch.tv fame. Arranging all of my puzzle pieces on my computer screen. There we go. That looks great. We should be poised to jump right back into it. I have no keys, no curses, no net worth. Not a penny do I know. Not even a single curse lifted. Let's please continue. We're in bed chambers. Oh my goodness, it's 7 a.m. bright and early. Gaming. 7 a.m. We've money. 7 a.m. We've mood. A bookcase. Spartan house for knowledge. Place where a word is not present, also known as a door. I have a new possession. You look over the scant possessions that were on your person when you arrived at the court. Everything appears to be where you left it, with one irritating exception. Sometime between your arrival and now, you have managed to misplace your keys. In a way, you suppose you also managed to misplace the locks those keys are intended for. The mystery admittedly of much greater concern to you than the missing keys. It's true, I don't know where my keys or locks are. There's some ambient music. There's some noises. I hope those are being picked up. There he is, Bella. What should I do here in the courtyard? Return to my office. Well, actually, I was like looking over the details of the tile set. The bridge, a door defined by its presence rather than its absence. The bench, someone left their chair outside. Water, match for water. Impassable on foot. Not flammable. Can you take the water town and put it in my inventory? The fountain, local non-profit, focused on distributing wishes to the underserved. I love it. We can return to our office, investigate the dining hall. Wait, there's the man named Puck. You have a lot to say to him. Yes, let's talk to Puck, why don't we? Yet as you draw near, he quickly exits the scene. You might be imagining it, but he appeared to retreat the moment he saw your approach. How Puckless. To the dining hall. The table, a versatile surface that creates a more equitable distribution of vertical placement among objects in the room. So true, always saves. A table dressed in finery, table with cloth. Grab some breakfast. On the light of day, the feasting hall more closely resembles a common dining area. You collect some breakfast from a buffet, then seek a table. You're holding a big old plate, bowl as big as your body. You would prefer to sit somewhere out of the way, near an exit, ideally hidden. Out of the way. You sit in the most nondescript location you can find, a corner near a trash bin. Before you finish the bite, a whole host of fairy critters arrive with their meals and sit with you. They make idle conversation, and a few earnest attempts at answering your myriad of questions, none of them successful. As you complete your meal, you oddly note that your table is now the most lively and boisterous table within the hall. You also note, idly, that despite his assurances that he would answer all your questions, the man called Puck remains nowhere to be seen. As a result of eating breakfast, you get a small bonus. Yay! Yippee! You got 10 bread. Answering your assurances that he would answer. Now available are the options to go to work and look out the window, consult the ever-changing map, or see to the business of the day. Hey, what's out the window? There are some dogs catching frisbees in the courtyard, just out of frame. There are some billboards up ahead. Glass houses, a fashionable seller of bespoke potions. The catapult matches with fortresses. For a short distance, but is blocked by hills. Decently flammable. Interesting. Okay, so there's just some things to explore along the way. Let's see to the... I see, so we're not allowed to leave. The door is closed. We're stuck in our office now because we have to see to the business of the day. Which includes going to work. Yes. After breakfast, the court goes to work. As you ready yourself, a question. Your Majesty, is the intensity of the war to your liking? If not, please feel free to adjust the thermostat. The thermostat. Make things a little easier on yourself. Current comfort, 0 of 100. Perfectly comfortable as it is. Plus 1 comfort. With her calculator returned to her, Robin can give you a detailed analysis of the battlefield. Start with an extra 10 wood. Extra 10 hearts. Gold for food. Interesting. I might like to try out this. Giving Robin a calculator business. Let's look into it. Robin's calculator makes an appearance. I've been looking for that. Proceed at max comfort level. Okay, so... Can you be certain that the court is facing the correct direction this time? Of course, Your Majesty. Observe that the sun is now rising, rather than setting. Very well. You suppose you'll attempt to reach those signs again, although you doubt you'll find anything useful. Alright. Back into the swing of things. Here's our titanium court at the center. We can, during high tide, rearrange the field to our advantage. Maybe fortifying ourselves behind a moat, or getting rid of as many enemy fortresses as possible. Those would probably be good ways to go. I think when we make matches also, it'll give us resources to prepare for the battle. Think, and we'll try and get to down there. This is looking pretty alright. I kinda wanna be careful not to get rid of my notes. Did I have this cat? No. Great. Treasures, they're only collectible if you don't match them. We're gonna be just fine. What resources are everywhere in a water that makes sense? I've been neglecting my water. Stay hydrated, every pony. That's okay. Ambient music feels like aliens are invading in Majora's Mask. Let's take a look at Roman's battle calculator just to see what it is. Right, here's what my calculator says. There aren't any environmental hazards threatening the court that I can see. As for the enemy, these fortresses are empty, so we don't need to worry about them. These fortresses are deploying units. I can give you more detailed analysis of them if you'd like. Yeah, I need to know. This fortress is capable of attacking the court. It doesn't deploy its units until roughly halfway through the battle, so at least we'll have some time to prepare. Based on these calculations, it looks like the court is currently pretty safe. If we wish to maintain this position, we can just move the court around without disturbing the rest of the battlefield until low tide arrives. Either way, that's all I have. Feel free to ask again if the battlefield situation changes. You thank Roman for this information. That's very good advice. I will just maneuver around a bit. I'll just about room left. Over here. When we lock in, we'll just Brooks on the ground. 5 smackers. Yes, cold and hard. This is gonna be a really easy war. Okay, we're worried about this at all. Can we get through that, Carly? It's just that it restricts movement. It's slow, but it doesn't look like it's impassable. What is the pumpkin one with me? Have we encountered the pumpkin before? A tap on your shoulder. Roman points to a building in the distance. Your Majesty, that sharp is neutral to this conflict. We should strongly consider stocking up on supplies. Of course, that's only if it stays in view. If it disappears before low tide, we'll have to wait until we pass another. Right. Maybe careful not to destroy it. I love that move. That's great for us. Feels a little risky, but I'll do it. just about gonna come. The shop. You come into the shop to learn about what they have for sale. However, before you can proceed, the voice on the line stops you and asks if you understand how money works. Do you understand how money works? No, I just got here. You thought you understood a lot of things before your world shattered, and now you might as well understand nothing. Well, I don't need your whole story now. I just gotta make sure you know where money comes from. Let me explain. First thing you gotta know is where money doesn't come from. You're probably used to getting stuff like everything randomly during high tide, right? Well, that's not gonna work for money. Instead, you earn money by doing your job. You do have a job, right? You don't think you have a job. Oh, come on. I have caller ID, you know. I know you're a fancy fairy queen of a fancy fairy court fighting a fancy fairy war. That's totally a job. Have more confidence. So anyway, fairy queens usually earn money by defeating their enemy on the battlefield. Just knock down those fortresses and money will come out. Oh yeah, you can also get some money by selling stuff, maybe to us. But knowing your job is a surefire method of defeating their enemy on the field. Now that I've given you the tag, how about I tell you what I have for sale? Is this buying it so that we can deploy these units if we have the resources that cost? I wonder if we can only have like 5 types at a time if they fit. The middle of the road down there. I think there's some kind of international convention against pillaging during wartime. This is probably in a place beyond nations. We're gonna need to start developing some interdimensional conventions. But Dorella gathers rocks from hills and defends her court. This is probably Centaur, Archer, offensive fairy. Attacks enemy courts from a distance. Bested by mountains, and these two should go together. The Dorella can protect the Centaur from the mountain. Trade water at market prices. Or I can just buy some water. Okay. We have to have the Centaur. The Centaur. The Centaur hero. Or the Archtaur. I don't know. I think the Dorella. That sounds good. Let's see. Fur bread 3. What is this resource again? Oh, these are stones. I think stone. 3 stone. Might as well have it in my repertoire for later. We're gonna need a centaur jaw. Oh, this one, the centaur jaw. A knight is good too, and a driller. They're always sending one enemy out at us, so I'll send out like another soldier just to tear down more fortresses and get us further. shooting his little projectile over the trees. So talented. Swish. Tending to my little rose. Excellent work, everyone. Alright, now let's pick it up. Another structure reads into view in the distance. You suppose this is another? Your Majesty, a temple of Merkin. Should you wish to pay your respects, let me only stay. In view until low tide, correct? Correct, Majesty. Your brilliance continues to burn. What the fuck was that? Yeah, let's try to keep it in view until low tide. Also, just casually eliminate all enemy fortresses, no problem. What does it feel like when what does it feel like when your town gets eliminated? How does it feel to get shuffled back into the deck? Shuffled. I bet it's comparable to any other cycle of death and rebirth. Where atoms get reorganized with all the others, and then something else happens to them. Who knows? It's just so winnable. It's just so winnable, Raven. Can you get it confirmed how winnable this is? The court's in a small amount of town. We could just move the court around. I think anything for convenience sake, I do just want to move the court, like, towards, I don't know, the enemy fortresses, because they're prescient. We do not need to play defensively, we're just gonna be fine. Now, let's see about the market. Oh, generic assets. Okay, so it's just a slightly more boring store. Oh, is that a billboard? It's true, there appears to be a billboard of some sort among the scattered elements of terrain. You go to the outer rows of the court to get a better look. Says Raven. That thing gives me the creeps, Your Majesty. As if we're about to be sued just by looking at it. You agree, it might be best to look away, lest you draw some unwanted legal attentions. Give me one centaur. They're so expensive. But they're worth it. With so much food and stone, I guess let's just get some of these guys. Oh, and a farmer. To keep food coming in, I guess. Rest in peace, Sentochi. Those are the little victory dance. And now, the cult finds itself surrounded by catapults. To be perfectly precise, those appear to be trebuchets. Given that trebuchets are a subcategory of catapult, you don't see any reason why you can't just call them catapults. Very well, my queen. I retreat in the face of your overflowing wisdom. I see. Okay, these ones are blocked by the mountains. This is very cool. Are all these warning signs on the left? Yeah, these are just when the catapults are gonna fire. That's so interesting. Enough yapping, let's get matching. A strange building comes into view. As you observe it, the phone in your office rings. Yeah, hey, Titanium Crew. Your Majesty? I'm calling from the Glass House. Yeah, we sell potions. As our name suggests, we firmly oppose the act of throwing stones in any of our forms. Therefore, we'd like to offer our full support to Titanium Crew in your campaign against these stone-throwing trebuchets. To start, here's a pro tip free of charge. Hills will block the projectiles fired by catapults. Just surround your court with hills and you'll be safe. And if that doesn't work, we sell a variety of instant-use potions that can help you deal with this threat. Give us a call sometime. We'll be happy to help. Click. Who was it, Your Majesty? You explained that it was a telemarketer, albeit one whose pitch might prove useful. Rare. We need to head for the hills. I'm very safe from all but one troubleshoot right now. Let's just mix things up a little. There we go. I think we're quite safe now. Excellent. Just excellent. I think now we just chill. Our potions can do all kinds of things. A fire potion, when I set something on fire, our potions are alarmingly capable of doing just that. It would be fun to see how fire works. Maybe it spreads from town to town. Bursts Inflammable, of course. Triple shades of F, decently flammable. The fields are flammable too. So, yeah, this could connect. Oh, looks like maybe this whole half side of the map could go up in flames, if we're not careful. Can we get money for destroying catapults? They count as a type of fortress, it appears. I definitely want to try this. It only costs 2 trees to make. Yeah, we do wholesale fire. Where should we put it? I think this is a pretty good spot for it. Potion of geology can make mountains out of molehills. Oh, that would be useful if we run out of fire. Potion of flooding. Potion of teleport. Alright, cool. I guess I can make copper farmers. A dragon. And an urge tower, just for good measure. Alright, we do see the fire spread, just only after it destroys a tower. That's beautiful. I love the increasing number of mechanics we have to juggle. The catapults continue their assault, although you note that there are now slightly fewer of them hanging around. That still looks like a lot, actually. That looks like even more than last time. There's potential for a combo right here, but I don't know if I can see what it is. Let's see. Resources wise, we mostly need wood. Strategically, we mostly need to get behind some mountains. But just moving the cart is so wasteful. Nothing better than the extended drumbeat of a combo. Just wishing that there were no enemies to fight is still a very efficient way to proceed. This looks very well arranged. Very few enemies. We're totally safe. I don't even need to buy any potions. Thought maybe I would use the potion of geology, but we are just super safe right now. Oh no! Wait, when we go through the mountains? And maybe kill me? Or at least do some You are so incredibly safe behind our mountains. I notice our foot soldiers have to slowly squeeze through. Could be nice to think about including a path to travel around. Squeeze through. The town rushes away the last of the catapults. You appear to have weathered the storm. The threat of the catapults now eliminated, the glass house pulls up next to the curb, and you receive another phone call. The salesman offers congratulations for your victory, and asks if there's any further assistance he might provide. You answer immediately, asking if he knows a way for you to return home. Oh, definitely. Let's pull over somewhere, and I'll throw you a map. The salesman shows you the map and explains the directions. Okay, so you've seen this before, right? You have, but no one thus far has offered an explanation for any of it. You assumed it was some sort of map. It kind of is, but it changes every day. So I'd say it's really more of a weather report. But it's pretty simple. Each of these rows is a battle. Within a given row, each column is a battlefield. Do you follow? But it's... No, you don't. You'll figure it out. But importantly, did you know you can choose from 3 potential battlefields before every battle? I'm picking from one of 3 things! Picking from one of 3 things! No, you did not know that. Anyway, here's where you're at right now, smack in the middle of the road. No, you did not know that. To get home, you're first gonna have to make it the end, which is right here. Oh, that's pretty close. Before or after the dragon? After. Of course. But making it to the end isn't enough. After that, you'll need to make an exit. Make an exit. Given the abstract nature of movements for the town, would you be willing to elaborate on that? Oh yeah, it's confusing, right? These routes were conjured back in the 60s. Everyone was hopped up on allegory or something. Around here, making an exit means you gotta consciously leave the path you're on. You know, like, you gotta fundamentally change as a person. Okay? This might be a long shot, but does he have any specific advice for how you might do that? Preferably in a safe and non-traumatizing way. Do however, Your Majesty, that's our specialty. He sweeps his arms back to reveal a shelf of bottles under a marquee that reads, Love Potions. Is he attempting to make a joke? Not at all. Nothing changes a person more than love. But does he have... Okay. You take a deep breath. If his love potions function like those described in stories, i.e. forcing an individual to fall in love with a person they otherwise have no interest in, then you have absolutely no interest in them. Your Majesty, with all due respect, that's messed up. I would say anything like that. You've been hearing some weird rumors, huh? I blame my competition. Please let me set the record straight. My potions cannot create love from nothing. They merely expand the love that already exists within you. Seeing your shoulders relax a bit, he continues with his pitch. Now, if you're new to love potions, I definitely recommend starting small. He pulls a potion off the shelf. Like this one, full of love for something called baseball. This one is great for beginners. Baseball's a beginner thing to love. The effects are really mild. Drink it and you'll end up liking this baseball just a bit more than you already do. That's it. You suppose that does sound relatively harmless. If he also thinks it will help you return home, you might as well give it a try. Do you need a trip sitter for your beginner love potion? Trip sitter, I mean, is to trip and sit down in front of the TV and watch me some goddamn baseball. I love baseball. I love baseball. I love baseball. welcome back. I spent a normal amount of time smoking the weed that makes you love baseball more. Around my normal head. Perfect. Oh, come on, put your wallet away. I'm not gonna charge you for it. Just take it. And so you return to the court with a new map of the world and a single complimentary potion of liking baseball. The dragon. Now you have a certain idea of what you're looking at here. Based on what the salesman told you, this is either a map or a weather report. Either way, the important thing is that you can choose which upcoming battlefield to traverse. Which battlefield should the court traverse? Inspect your available units. Take a look. Okay, just making sure. It's my phone. This area has extra water. It's missing the roads. It has the market. It has catapults and guns. Flora standard. Amenities sharp. Enemies knights and wolves. Well, I mean, this one does have a chest. But I kind of want to visit the swamp. Well, we are low on wood, actually, so this would be a bit of a bad idea. Let's do it anyway. How will we fare without wood? Woodless. My hat doesn't move with my head, unfortunately. We'll try and run a system update next time I stream, see if I can patch that up. Inspect your available units. Consider weapons battle calculator. Another sign. Another potential cultural misunderstanding. Incredible. A sign that predates written language and is comprised entirely of a single hieroglyph. I must say, it's a remarkable condition for something so old. But what could it mean? Given the symbol, the scales tilting in the favor of the individual, it is clear that this sign indicates the presence of social inequality within its vicinity. Is that so? How kind of this ancient civilization to offer a warning so we might avoid it. Avoid it? The court is literally a monarchy. Yes, well, the sign is there for a reason, wouldn't you say? Alright, let's get into this strategical war planning. We want to be nice and defensive from the catapults and guns. There'll be plenty of rivers to hide behind. Hopefully some mountains too. I think for the most part you're going to start out by making some matches. But the rocks, oh, but we want to leave the rocks. Swamp tiles. Match for water, impassable on foot, but does not match with tap water. Right. Okay, so to get rid of swamp water, you have to match it with swamp water. Okay, so there's an here. Let's probably just move the crit up to her. If I would just went up to actually match the racks with each other, I'm trying to use these wave racks as a defense. I did this and made a little matchy. I will get rid of some racks, unfortunately. We're suddenly so limited. Because I don't have, I mean, it doesn't matter if I get rid of these racks. When it makes the match, will that buy us enough juice to make another move? Yeah, at least one more. Although then I did get rid of those racks up there. These catapults look like they're hypocrite. I've asked you too late. Robin, I love baseball and I can't do anything about this. No, just an overview. Just give me the summary. The card's in considerable power. I trust your majesty has a solid plan for these threats. If not, we might be cooked. Either way, that's all I have. Feel free to ask again if the battlefield situation changes. You thank Robin for this information. We might be cooked. Situation changes. Sentences I'm relying on you. Alright, everybody get out there, do your best, and have a lot of fun. Please roll around some catapults before they even fire. Oh, we're looking okay. We don't really have to spend a lot of resources. Chat, we're not cooked. Round chests, we're getting wormholes and guns. Scamps and guns. I want to meet all of them. first. And just go for the regular chests. The clubhouse produces quick and fragile scamps. I see. Has anyone ever mentioned that video games are easy? It's also shrunken. You kinda wanna keep as many chests and play as possible. Oh, there's a storage unit down there. I didn't even see. What are these bits? Instantly gain plus 10 food. Portable room. Build a room that you can move. That sounds useful. Would I have to use it right away? Like, can I keep it in my inventory? My hands are currently full. Well, it's your majesty's right and privilege to engage in queenly access. You'll need to drop something if you want to hold something else. Okay, so how should you go about doing that? Allow me. When interacting with a sharpened chest, simply select the card and press A to override it for sale. That's the only way to get rid of your cards. You're welcome. Sounds so nice, so more than around. But I mostly just need the space. I'm thinking about just getting rid of the basic soldier. Because I assume the knight does some attacking as well, and the center archer does too. That said, actually I don't know if I said it for sure. Maybe I just don't know the trailer. Is this just free? Wait. Food in a store. Prepare the troops. We won't need a row this time, but a row that could come in handy. This should do the trick. Once again, the lowest predators, the weakest predators attack those by being able to get around the mountains and attack some enemy for a without more resources. As the court moves motionlessly across the void, it encounters, suddenly, a neighbor. Your courtiers cry out in alarm. You spy a great dragon soaring above his lair in the distance. The legendary apex predator opens his mouth and addresses the court. Here is what he says. Before he can say anything, one of your courtiers approaches you nervously. Your Majesty? Yes. What is it? Can't they see this is a bad time? You've overstayed your what? What are they trying to tell you? Allow me. The fairies of the court are attempting to tell you that you have completed the demo. Wait, it's done? What about the dragon? Don't worry, your save file will be carried over to the full version of the game should you choose to purchase it. You'll be able to pick up exactly where you left off. Okay, but you'll probably have forgotten how most of this works by now. We won't make you leave or anything. They won't, but I will. Goodbye. Hope you enjoy the full game once it's available. They made me leave. Oh, no. Why did they kick me out? They booted me. They said I've seen enough. But that's all I'm allowed to play for now. I guess that's the Titanium Court demo. That concludes my playthrough of the Titanium Court demo. Be sure to like and subscribe if you would like to see me play the rest of the full game. Until that happens, I'm Fabled. Queen of the Fables. I like baseball pretty okay. I think. Did we ever get a chance to drink that potion? I felt I got kind of a placebo effect of just kind of liking baseball. I kind of talked myself into liking baseball. Oh, and with that, Steam has concluded my purchase and download. Thank you all for liking and subscribing. It worked. Your likes and subscriptions with the power of your likes and subscriptions. Welcome to the Titanium Court full game. Let's find out if the fairies were being truthful about all this. Hold on, I need to enable Steam input. And I got a cloud error. Welcome back to Favorite Plays, the Titanium Court. Our plays continue. Okay, you're back. You somehow obtained a copy of the full game. What's going on here again? Allow me. You were just about to engage in a fierce fight with a formidable foe. If you'd first like a refresher on how all this works, just say the word. Wait, we were just here. Point of no return. No U-turns. As the court moves motionlessly across the void, it suddenly encounters a neighbor. Your courtiers cry out in alarm. You spy a great dragon soaring above his lair in the distance. The legendary apex predator opens his mouth and addresses the court. Here's what he says. Hello! It feels like I'm pulling back when he catches sight of you, the target's words. Very cold hammer. Pickles. Oh dear, the dragon wants to eat me as a yummy snack. We can choose where to go still. Volcanoes, red chests and shit versus knights and gnomes. We can head to the woods. We do really need legs. Might be a good idea to pick this one. Chests versus boats and gnomes. Unremarkable market versus birds and gnomes. Yeah, I'd pick the woods here for sure. Autumn woods matches for wood but does not match with summer woods. Inflammable. The dragon's lair. 80 HP, home to a predator. Also, the remains of a hatched egg. The Parrot Cove matches with our fortresses, produces gunboats that are restricted to murder. Oh yeah, forward to get rid of those. Gunboats are scary. Plenty of enemy fortresses. We've got a couple of new things. Notes on how the dragon behaves in battle. Perhaps the dragon can be braved to leave you alone. Or if we had 50, if we can manage to farm 50 food. Would that still be available if I were to buy a bunch of farmers? But where's the titanium court? I don't see our fortress on the battlefield. Oh, wait, here it is. It's just on the left side. There's so many squares. Alright, well that's good. That means we're as far as possible from the dragon. Let's get some intel. Alright, here's what my notes say. The dragon's first priority is to cook every pharaoh we send into the field. Once all units are cooked, then he'll turn his attention to the court itself. If we can find a way to spread our units far and wide, we might be able to withstand his assault. Or we could try to keep our units on hills or water, where fire is much less effective. But even if he doesn't burn the court directly, we're still in danger of catching fire from neighboring fields and woods. And those are all the notes I have. You thank Robin for this information. Interesting, so we're here gonna need to be wary of fire spread. And we will try and get our troops as spread as possible. This is looking pretty good. Just need to clear these. We'll get you over here. That rocks. That really rocks. That was just luck. Most of these combos are just luck. I just gotta make moves. How do I go about spreading my troops? I don't know. Maybe a couple of gunboats. There's plenty of rivers around. Non-flammable areas to fight. A farmer can only gather food from fields, so there's no possible way we're gonna be able to bribe the dragon. That sounds tough. No, for sure. Here's what my data calculator says. There aren't any environmental hazards threatening current that I can see. As for the enemy, these are the purring units. I can give more detailed analysis of them if you'd like. Yeah. This one's capable of attacking the current. Also, it's deploying units early in the battle. Dangerous. Analysis of them, here's what my... It doesn't deploy units until halfway through the battle, so we'll have time to prepare. This fortress cannot attack the current under current conditions. Convenient. The dragon can basically always attack us. The question is if we can distract him enough before the battle ends. Based on these calculations, I'd say the current is currently in considerable power. I trust your majesty has a solid plan for these threats. If not, we might be cooked. Alright, thank you, Robin. I trust your majesty. My plan is basically to do my best and have a lot of fun around the world. Have a lot of The centaurs are going to be invaluable. And we need to protect them, so hopefully maybe if we send out some other guys to run around and catch the dragon's eye, distract from the centaurs maybe. Try to maybe send them out alternating. We've got so much water to spare. We can throw out so many of these further dinguses. This will actually be great. Okay, send out maybe like a knight first. To protect them. Okay, we're not even at that phase yet. We're just so ready. It's gonna take one quick BRB. This will just be a couple minutes. BRB. for your patience. It's hard to admit, I had a really long nose hair. And I had to go trim it. It's okay now. It's in recovery. Not sure what move we might want to make here. This moonboat's not connected to any murder directly. It's not very threatening. Our centaurs will probably take care of it in no time. I'll just move down here to make it even faster. Bring ourselves right up against the enemy fortress. Hello, I'm hovering up and down. Alright, let's do what we were talking about with the alternating orphans and Dragon Bee. Mostly with centaurs. Dragon Bee. We're just gonna try to gum up the dragon. That sounds pleasant. We do have the roar, but the dragon flies right over that. So I don't think we need to build it. Here comes the dragon. Her mobility is so fast that we just can't get over these toes. Shit. The thing that was like killing us this whole run is that we're just confined to a little area. Your courtiers continue expressing alarm as the dragon's lair is somehow able to pursue the current into her turf. Oh dear. I didn't fire it. Hello, I wasn't done with my order yet. Says Robin tentatively. I'm sure it can't keep up with us forever. I guess we're running from the dragon there. I see. We could head to Murder. Unremarkable versus Wormhouse and Gangs. Worlds versus Wormhouse and Gangs. I'm curious to fight a Wormhouse. And we need a place with fields to farm our food back up. And the market. We can just spend our coins. You now notice that the battlefield is littered with a bunch of ominous. What are those? Are those wormholes? I'm not sure what to call them, Your Majesty, but those things are bad news. The town seems to have them with the enemy, but they never disappear when matched. Instead, they appear to merge with their neighbors, retaining every soldier those neighbors possess. If prayer actually worked, I would pray that we do not see them grow. They remain harmless as long as they're empty. I see, so I don't want to feed the wormhole. One might expect worms, but none are to be found. would be really nice to pay a little extra attention to where a court ends up. What tiles are surrounding it, the court ends up. We want a little bit of mobility and fields. We got the Dragon's Lair down to 63. I didn't know it took so much damage last time. I also didn't realize this battle would be spanning multiple battlefields. Maybe it is possible we could grow enough food fast enough. And we have 28 water points to spend. I think that's really worth pursuing. Plus, we could buy food at the market. I want a very field-heavy round, and I want to stay near the fields. And I just want to hope that the dragon doesn't run them all down before I can farm. Near the field. Keep the market. I think this is unfortunately worth doing, just so I can get rid of all those enemies. And if I allow me a little bit of I want to see how this works out. If Chris don't want to leave the farmers defenseless, so let's get this market is a lifesaver. I could even sell this road that's not really serving us right now. Defend us. Attack. Center. Pretty black there. I love the dragon. I love you, big dragon. Farm like your life depends on it. Ouch. Ouch. Oh my god. want now a brief recollection of your first experience bathing in dragonfire. For context, here are 2 fun facts about dragonfire that distinguish it from run-of-the-mill fire. Fact number 1. While it does consume fuel and radiate intense heat, dragonfire does not produce any smoke. How odd. Fact number 2. Dragonfire is loud, which is to say it's noisy, which is to say it literally screams as it burns. So as to your experience, you remember instantly sweating in the heat of noise. You remember pushing your way through a throng of your courtiers, all of them moving strangely as if caught in a dance. You remember searching desperately for an exit. An exit you found eventually through some miracle. Bursting through a pair of double doors into the brisk autumn night, you were finally able to catch your breath. It was in this calm place, with the heat and noise of massive bodies just behind you, that someone offered you a light. You suspect that light is most likely what kept you alive. You overlooked the alluring and self-destructive light of youth. Keep it in your office. Okay. You wake up and immediately rush to return to sleep. Your head pounds. What did you do to your neck? What did you do to your throat? What did you do to your skin? What did you do last night? After considering this question for a few seconds, you remember the dragonfire. Yeah, okay. You survived. Sort of. It's too early. All of this is too early. With an intense amount of concentration, you roll your body to the edge of the bed. You're certain you'll feel better after you just get up, take a shower, maybe have some coffee. You just gotta actually get up. Okay. After incredible effort, you managed to get out of bed. Your bed chambers. Let's take a look at some of these paintings. How do you interpret this one? A fantasy of revenge. The subject is smashing his guitar, most probably out of a seething hatred for rock and roll. I think you misunderstand. I've heard it said that the smashing represents his fervent passion for rock and roll. But how can that be? With his guitar smashed, surely he will find it difficult to participate in the day-to-day proceedings of rock and roll. You interject to suggest that the subject likely has another guitar at the ready. That the smashing might represent both his passion and his wealth of guitars. Your Majesty's theory is compelling, but the evidence is circumstantial. After all, this theoretical secondary guitar is not featured in the painting. How can we be sure it exists? Perhaps the artist painted it somewhere in that negative space I've heard so much about. I suppose we'll need to keep an eye out for it. Very cute. You guys are asking big questions. I don't even have answers for most of these. As a result of eating breakfast, you get a small bonus. You get 10 more. How pleasant. In the time since you last went to Aurora, a new job has been made available to the crew. Specifically, the youth job. Perhaps you should give it a try. The potion of liking baseball sits in the sunlight. You have yet to drink from the potion of liking baseball. One reason for that is your natural trepidation towards something that you have been assured will change you. Another reason is that the potion's instructions clearly state that for best results you should leave the potion in direct sunlight until it bubbles. While it's been sitting in your office collecting sunlight from the window since you brought it back, it is yet to start bubbling, so you continue to wait. I see. I have to wait until it starts bubbling. And we got a different looking courthouse. Oh, how cute. Offensive job. Receive money for letting it burn. Ugh. Sadly, the youth are always doing that. You sit on the throne in your office and offensive job for the first time since your arrival. You relax. In response, you can feel the court change in appearance and character. I wonder what these changes might mean for the war. So glad you asked. Allow me to answer. First, your starting cards have changed. In particular, this card is essential to your new job. Experiment with it to find out how. What do I mean by new job? Have a look over here. Your new job is to watch the world burn. I.e., instead of earning money by destroying the enemy, you earn money by any time a tower burns down. Any tower. Not just fortresses. And one more thing. While using this job, you'll be immune to fire. That's it. Good luck. The rules. Lumberjacks. Gather wood from forests. I was just wishing for those. For the other bird. Burn. Offensive broadcast. Cook your surroundings. Storm. Defensive spell. Removes fire and flammability. Interesting. Excuse me while I blow my nose. We're back in the action. Guess we should take a new look at the map. Who's out there? Well, the exact extent of what you're supposed to be doing remains unclear. There's a growing list of things you think you should try to do. Recently, you've organized this list and placed it next to the ever-changing map for convenience. My to-do list, or my to-try list. The blazing court, also known as Heavy Court. The court now exudes an aura that is both attractive and destructive. Oh, I see. So the middle ones are choices, the middle three, and then the edges. A seed announcing new beginnings. A rather large jar. Already difficult enough to open at standard scale. Eggs are. There are eggs over here. Sure. Oh, I thought this was like a trumpet. tremendous sneaker housing a real estate office. The glass house, and the paradigm pumpkin, which I haven't figured out what to do with yet. Leviathan, a beast said to exist in dimensions beyond our own. Oh, how exciting, I'd love to meet them. To do. Achieve sufficient personal change that you can safely leave the court at night. Achieve victory in the war. Achieve victory over the dragon. Use the youth germ in battle. Escape the onslaught of catapults. Inspect the signs on the battlefield. Those are the two we've done already. Escape the I very much look forward to trying out the youth in war. Going to war as a youth sounds like it has many benefits. I think we'll have to hold on to our horses though. We'll return to this onslaught, this terrible, relentless tyranny. Oh, we know the tyranny is over, the monarchy has ended. Now is the time of the youth. Yes. Now is the time of the youth. That's an awesome statement. I am favored. I am going to head out now. We'll be back sometime, somewhere, for some reason. I'm favored.
Now then, a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. Once again, let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Watch the screen and we will try to count how many dots go by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,